Welcome to the 4th dev stream where it was a zombie party of flying limbs, decapitation, and festive bashing all around. So let's get into it. The devs showed off quite a few new features that they'd been working on and that will be available in Alpha 21. The random world generator, which cut times in Alpha 20, has had a lot more TLC and is now even better. Lathan demoed a 10k map being generated in around about 2 minutes. That is on a pretty fast computer that Lathan was running, but still it does mean that this is good news for us. The FunPimp's quality testing team was getting between 1 and 2 minutes on a smaller 6k map, while Lathan's PC is done in 1 minute. Excellent work, so we should see these changes in Alpha 21 when it releases. You can also adjust the map preview to generate with different detail levels, with the highest settings giving you a very good idea of the map, and you can fly between various buildings. There is also the ability to start a new game from the map page. Now you can run the map directly, and honestly, this button should have been here years ago. Next, we looked at Dismemberment, chopping and smashing up zombies. I mentioned in my first dev stream that I noticed that there seemed to be additional zombies losing some limbs and body parts, but it is way beyond what I expected. Lathan loaded a hazmat zombie and showed that if you cut a zombie at certain points, there is a chance of dismemberment on all limbs. However, there's also a difference between a knife cut versus a blunt object. So the blunt object will still have bits of limb still sticking out from it or jiggling around, while the cutting off of a limb with a knife object would have a cleaner look.
There's 2 separate dismember points, so
lower leg. So down to there.
Yep.
Aww.
So now he's got, and then on the other leg, if you take it off at the higher level, you can kind of see the difference between those. Like at his quad.
Yeah.
Yep. And so with weapons, that's going to be considered a blunt. And there's different, you can see the bones sticking out. Or a power attack should make it fly a little further now.
Okay, let's do that.
There we go.
I really like tough.
Finally, they showed a pipe bomb, a landmine, and a rocket launcher being used on a few zombies with chunks and body parts flying. To help with performance, they mentioned that you can only have around about up to 30 of these blown up corpses flying and jiggling around. Performance is something that I'm going to bring up a bit later though as well.
Allison, this is the last 3 or 4 minutes of the grand finale here.
Everybody, I don't...
Yep. And then now if you just turn AI back on, and maybe shoot your shotgun in the air, they should all walk, yeah. If you just control click, okay, yep.
Let's do
But if you roll over there, you should see a bunch of parts laying in the area. Just look down, we got some arms, some legs.
Oh yeah, no, it worked.
They showed the new forge, which is twice as large as the old one, but once you add in your tools like the bellows, crucible, and anvil, they will appear on the model as you add them in.
So I did the bellows.
Yeah, so if you close the window there, you can see there are bellows there. And then if you add the crucible, there it is. And then if you add the last one, the anvil, that one's quite prominent. There it is.
A very nice authentic detail which is currently only for the forge in Alpha 21. However, they do plan to add in a campfire later with a similar kind of feature, like probably for the pot and the grill or the beaker. They also showed the in-use effects of the forge versus when it is not running. Then you have the new Workbench. It is also pretty nice when you're working with it, you can see that the light is on. But if nothing is going on and you're not working with it, then the light is off. A subtle but welcome feature. As we know, vehicle damage has been worked on in Alpha 21, and your vehicle will suffer a lot more than before. To make it more immersive, they have visually updated this to better represent the damage. Zombies being hit by vehicles will show more blood spatter. Even a bicycle will have damage on the vehicle, demonstrating that the bike is on its way out and needs urgent repairs. With the 4x4, the zombie ragdoll movement has been improved, so they don't just get bumped.
There you go. That's
Once the 4x4 receives too much damage, it starts to smoke and eventually catches fire, which is similar to the mini bike. More repair kits are also required if the vehicle is heavily damaged. They showed off swimming, which has always been a terrible and frustrating experience. When under the water, you can now see the surface of the water so that you know how far you have to go to get to the top. Swimming uses stamina, but vertical and horizontal movement has been sped up while you are swimming in the water. Overall, you have a better simulation of the water experience while you are swimming in it, and even climbing up and exiting the water onto a dock has been improved. Zombies will be attracted to fresh blood, so if an animal dies close by you, the zombie will be interested in the animal corpse. It is not always going to happen, it can be random, but zombies can end up eating your kills while you are out hunting and will consume some of your meat, to the point that they could end up eating the animal completely. They showed off 2 dev tools. The nuke grenade, which is for testing purposes, and is considerably more powerful than the regular grenades. The explosions on and in buildings will also have better physics and damage with the blocks blowing out from the building.
Physics, they kind of just fell before. Now they actually explode away from the center of the explosion. They blow outwards. There were various bugs with, they didn't spawn with the rotation that the block was in, so they would like shift positions. There was also sometimes delays where you would see the block disappear before the damage block would appear. So basically this just got a good pass to make it much more, realistic.
Blocks still disintegrate as before, but is less performance hungry. So, as much as the buildings still have similar ways of falling apart, the game should now handle this better. There's also a new dev shovel that can easily make tunnels or remove terrain. It allows you to expand terrain and lower it, and also changes the terrain types just by clicking a few keys. Besides the Twitch integration changes that they demoed, one other topic came up and is connected with performance. They demonstrated the new reflection system, which does have some amazing subtle changes to give a better ambience, but can certainly be resource hungry once you move up and start using the ultra level of it. The reflection changes are not downright obvious, but they are quite subtle, so many players may just want to switch it off altogether for better performance. Having said that, there is one thing that was noticed quite soon, and this is the frames per second that Lathan was getting while flying around and also when he was in the city. This is quite worrying, as his PC was certainly not that slow, or at least from a CPU and memory point of view, which he mentioned. Yes, he's running other applications for the stream, but I remember that is what was also said in Alpha 20 when the lower frame rate was noticed at that time. So in my last video, we did see definite things that they were doing for performance. But will they work and help make the game better than Alpha 20? Time will tell, I guess, but with all the extra jiggly bits and animations, we will see how the streamer weekend is once we eventually get to play. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.